very warm good evening. It's the 2nd of February 2026. This is Arunava Chaudhuri. You are live on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot, and it's the Monday on which the All India Football Federation announced who would be the partners of the AIFF going forward in regard to the television rights. And there has been some crazy stuff that has happened over the last couple of days before the deadline of putting in tender bids and other things. So therefore, we will talk about that and others as well. And at the start, of course, as always, as I like to say, like, share, and subscribe to Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias, visit arunfoot.com. And thank you to all of you who follow the channel, who have subscribed to the channel. Uh, you know, uh, in- and, you know, um, so therefore, you know, um, it is, yeah. In the end, fan code is getting the rights. There is KPS Studios will produce the world feed, meaning the feed for the so-called broadcasting partner, who will have to be found, to Fancode as a streaming partner, as well as hopefully a global feed. I think I myself and others who've been watching the Indian Super League over the last 3 to 4 years will be looking at that there is a global partner as well to highlight and showcase the Indian Super League. So that will be very, very interesting to see. And we'll talk about it and other things. And yeah, those of you who might be watching at the start of this, if you haven't share, and of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and did try and do a few things in the last few days. You might have seen I did an interview with Abhik Chatterjee from the Kerala Blasters, who I think did a very honest, insightful interview, shared his side of things, his views. I did yesterday something on the squad additions that Chennai and FC have done and other things as well. So therefore, do watch that as well. And let's get into this. Dada, do you know Krishna Pandit, ex-United India captain? Yes, I know Krishna Pandit. How good was he? Renal, decent player at under 19 level. Nothing more to say. How good was Uttam Rai as a player? Soham was very talented. Uttam was highly regarded, got even sponsorship as a teenager and all stuff, but sadly, in the long run, didn't live up to those expectations. Who got TV rights? So Soham, as I just explained, Fancode is the company which has picked up the rights overall, meaning that they have picked up the broadcasting rights for the ISL, which they will share with a television company. Again, is it Sony? Is it Star? Is it something else? Which again is an interesting development. And on the other side, KPS Studio, who are known out of the Kolkata circles, and therefore that has been sort of what has happened today. Fancode is new. That's what scares me. They have a good network, but I'm worried that not many people know Fancode. Aditya, the question is, the question is, to me always is with such a decision as the fan code one is for the fans. Again, I know that we have to sort of spoon feed everything to the fans, and then the fans will know, and then the fans will do, and this and that and everything. It's always a question of how can it work, how will it work, but it's also on everybody to try, on the fans to try and figure out where matches are being shown, when are matches taking place. So let's see. Fan code quality of streams is very poor. So I don't think the quality of stream depends on fan code, because what I've seen, it doesn't, different kind of streams. And I know the guys behind it, Yannick Colasso and others. they do a good job. I don't think the streams are poor. Maybe the connectivity of yours or other people have been poor, and that is the reason. You live in Germany, then how do you follow ISL? So, there's a platform called One Football, a global footballing platform, and yeah, One Football over the last, I think, 3 years has been showing uh, um, the Indian Super League, um, and that has been sort of very very good for global coverage. There is a Thailand player who was signed for Bayern Munich youth squad. Okay, so like the stream guys. Thanks, someone. One, two, three. Yeah, always. If you are watching, do like the streams, share the streams, and and support it. 2 likes so far, and of course, if you haven't, do please subscribe to the channel and help it grow. We stand at 3,733. So thanks a lot for that as well. Streaming quality will be similar to Duran Cup, I guess, because KPS has been doing it for a couple of seasons, so it will be similar to it. To ISL, let's see for TV broadcast whom they get. Most likely, I feel Sony. Yeah, honestly, game, I think Sony is the most likely because there have been conversations with it. Sony, but Sony said, of course, they didn't want to get into the rights buying at this time. Therefore, they didn't put in a bid, so to say. And yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Um, where it stands, and KPS. Yeah, the question is, how much are you spending on it, right? With the money that was supposed to be spent, are you going to be able to do what you need to do? Because again, we are used to production days which are worth 45, 50 lakhs, and now we'll have to see what happens to that production quality overall. All football fans in India know fan code, says someone to Aditya. Fan code quality, sweat is good. You know, Hey, how's it going? Good, Jordan. Wanted to know if it will be called IFL or ISL or Jordan. The IFL is the I League. The IFL, you know, and the IFL is the Indian Football League. A suggestion from the I League clubs that has nothing to do with the ISL, which is the Indian Super League, which is now the top tier of Indian football. So therefore, the ISL for the moment will be called ISL. I don't know what this IFL idea is about, but again, I think it's the I League clubs wanting to be, uh, um, yeah. So therefore, for me, um, you know, that I don't think uh, there is or there should be any confusion on that fact. I'm new to your channel. Can I get a brief introduction, like what do you do, etc.? By the way, great content. Someone, thanks a lot. Yeah, if you would Google my name, I think there's enough to be found about me or Arunava Chaudhuri, my name. What do I do? I work in international football and sports, more on the governance side, administrative side, management side, and but I've also done content over the last I don't know how many years, and therefore that's my background. Yeah, so Google my name or Arunava Chaudhuri. I think you'll find a lot about me. Fan code is free. Smith, normally fan code is not free. Normally there is a price to it. Either you have to pay per view, which means pay per match, or I think season pass. So let's wait and see what fan code do. I think that it will be freely available on a broadcast platform, and it will be at cost if it is on fan code. Sir, late, is it broadcasting a medium or bad or good? X9P, I think um, it depends on what KPS Studio are going to produce and what the production costs that they are calculating at. Be it for the equipment, be it for the commentators, be it for things around it. Yeah, it is again. It is better than what we would have thought 2-3 weeks ago. I think certain people are willing because it is a shorter season. Um, it's now a little over 3 months, maybe to take a bet and try and build something. Let's wait and see. So therefore, I would hope it would be decent. Decent. I think I would be happy with it, given the realities of things. What is it? Looking at the numbers in broadcast, is the thing continue. I don't see half of the clubs staying in Indian football. It's like pay to play, not much money from Central Pool as well. Dark times that. RSC Central Pool money, forget that. No, again, Central Pool is something where you were getting 15 to 18, yeah, 15 to 18 crores. I And so therefore, from that perspective, from a money perspective, it's I think the question this season is not about money. The question was this season, can someone put it out into the public domain? Can you produce an Indian Super League? And I say that I'm positively surprised that Fancode in the end did bid for it. And it's in my opinion a good thing that a company like Fancode has come forward and is doing this, because yeah, that's a new player, that's a big player in regard to coming on board, and then we'll have to wait and see what Fancode can actually factually do. Because to me, um, as I say, it's a good move overall, and so let's wait and see how far this takes us. Fan code quality is good, sir. It will depend on production companies, sir. KPS Studio. Yes, 9XP. That's a thing. There are two sides. There's the production side of things, and then the second is sometimes the uploading, on how you upload and how your upload systems are locally at the venues, which sometimes can be a problem. But to me, it's good. It's good. It's a new player, and hopefully they will have new innovative ideas to take the Indian Super League to people. So I found your channel this year. It was great to know. Thanks, X9P. Is you think keepers to with the money can take profit? No, no. X9P, this is not about profit. This is about, about covering costs and yeah, making a few bucks here and there maybe, but it's not about big profits. This, again, if you're looking at big profits, then the fees would be in a different area. So therefore take it. Pamela Conte says she wants to inculcate European, Spanish, Italian style among Indian Tigers. Do you agree? Hitesh, yeah. Um, I mean, by saying that, again, she wants to make the team a little bit more resilient. She wants to improve the quality of the team. If that, those are all the things that she wants to try and do and create something. Then I'm with her, you know. And so therefore, in my opinion, if she can do what she's saying, I'll take it, right? But it is not easy. She has a tough job, and for me, it will be interesting to see how far she gets. But yeah, let's wait and see what she does. Sir, being honest, if next year same situation, so some club will shut down Vishwafc, etc. X9P. Let's look at this from the other side around. What we've been discussing now for weeks and months, um, to me, is that this is a better outcome than I would have thought. Let's be honest about it. At the moment, there are people in the background, independent of the AIFF, as clubs, who have pushed certain things. Right, there were certain people who have tried to put ABP here into the mix. So therefore, there were good players, so to say, who came on board and and then try to bid. If you've got a total 7 bidders, it makes it interesting, because if I look at uh, we had Fancode, we had ABP, Geo Star came in late into the party. Two Circles were disqualified because, again, I guess they don't have proper Indian operations. That's why they didn't put it. Uh, put in the guarantees. Monarch and PR Solution were taken out. Sportswork came in, and KPS Studio. So therefore, from that side, okay. And then we'll see. Sportsworks, of course, much more is bigger, and we will see uh, what happens. And yeah, it is. We'll have to see what happens in the summer. Who's the owner of KPS Studio and Fancode? Fancode from India. Yeah, Fancode is from Mumbai. Dream 11, as written, is a co-owner of Fancode, not the only sole owner. But yes, they are. Okay. Okay. Fancode will stream 10 cameras this season. Smith, according to the documentation, that is what has been put in there. So therefore, let's wait and see what they come up with. Again, it is 8 cameras and two behind the goal cameras. What is 8 manned cameras and two automatic cameras, or theoretically a drone or whatever. So therefore, let's wait and see. Again, from what we had, what we were discussing to what has come over the last few days, I would say this is a very, very positive development in Indian football. Is T was worth only 10 lakhs or they just quoted for less price? Narendra, you will not even pay 10 lakhs for it, right? Normally, you're supposed to get someone to pay you. And again, if someone is willing, I don't even know if a broadcaster is willing to pay 10 lakhs for it at the moment. I think the numbers are, if I look at the numbers that have put out, right, for the whole package, Fancourt was offering 8.62 crores. But the question is, they have only been accepted for so-called package B, which is for TV and digital, where the numbers are much much smaller, and therefore we'll have to wait and see if someone actually puts that value on top of it, right? Pavetta says she sees something special in the women's team. Suppose if she could have come a bit earlier. Hitesh, what do you want her to say? Hitesh, this is it doesn't matter if you're listening to Amelia Valverde or some other coach anywhere else in the world. Is a coach going to say, oh, you know what, I've come and I don't like my team is not good. I don't know why I took this up. Again, also look behind. Uh, we'll have to wait and see. Hi, Kumar. Say you think if election seminar will happen if Kalyan removes somebody better, come as president, one of worst situation, no just sponsor, no commercial partner. X9P. Maybe, I don't know. I've said this multiple times. I don't know. Will there be Malayalam commentary, Vagabond? No clarity. I think at the moment we're only talking about English commentary, right? And it would depend on the broadcast partner to create multilingual commentaries, right? Normally, it has been on broadcast, right? And that broadcast was put out on streaming. So therefore, I don't know. Our India match with Hong Kong 31st March during ISL, how players will manage. Smith, that's normal. It's a FIFA window. There will be a break of 10 to 14 days as given in the schedule, and then they'll join the national team and then come back to their club sides. Who will be commentary this season, this ISL season? Smith, no idea. Today, again, you ask questions which no one will be able to answer you at this moment in time. These people only got to know a few hours ago that they will broadcast the league. So therefore, nobody knows what is going to do this, who that, whatever. They will now the homework will start of the clubs. Someone, the broadcaster, not the broadcaster, the OTT partner, Fancourt, got to know you got the rights, right? And further, KPS Studio got to know, you know what? You have to produce the ISL. So KPS Studio now will think, okay, you've given us a tentative schedule. We have to work around. And yeah, and then we have to see what the schedule is. It'll say what is the long-term annual broadcast deal amount you would think might come considering the deal for this short season. Footy Tribe, none. I have no figure in mind because at the moment, to me, we realize that the figure is close to zero. I say, right? I've been saying this for years. The rights of Indian football are actually a zero. So that even someone is willing to pay you 2 crores, something to close to 2 crores, is or should be seen as some sort of success. So therefore, from that perspective, let's take it at that. What is going to happen in the summer next year, in 20 years, nobody knows. Today is good news. As I say, I did not expect someone to bid. I'll be honest. I said this in the last few weeks. I'm surprised, positively surprised, but people has given this some sort of valuation now, right? We're talking about, what was it? 10, 12, 15,000 per game, right? 15,000 rupees per game, I have to be clear. And then we'll have to see, right? Where this number down the road can and will go, right? That's the challenge we have at the moment. Hi, national women's national team defeated Hatta based. Say good from the conference angle. Yeah. Uchut, Hertha, third division team, Regionalliga, in the east of Germany. A young team. I don't know what team Hertha played, but again, result wise is good. As I said the other day regarding Spartak Moscow, these are friendly matches. So I don't want to overrate them because a friendly match is a friendly match, and yeah. So let's wait and see what happens. Someone told that Fanco has partnered with Camp AI to do a transition of commentary, and they already did that in Caribbean Premier League. Prasad, I remember I visited them last year. Yannick Colasso, I know for many many years, and to me, um, um, I know that they were working on instant translations of commentary. But again, you know what my problem with this instant translations, and I've seen this also in YouTube videos. So theoretically, if you watch my YouTube videos, which is in English, you could translate them to XYZ. So I've translated even some of my videos into German just to know, uh, um, just to figure out how it works, and it's quite interesting to figure out. But commentary has something which, at least football commentary is something. Again, having done this for many many years, has a feeling to it, right? Has a vibe to it, which an AI voice will never be able to give you, because I think the computer emotion, the feeling will not. If you want to just understand what's happening, that's good, right? Maybe it works better in a cricket game, or maybe it would work better in chess or whatever. So football, I'm a little skeptical on that, but again, maybe it will become better. One is to remember the AIFF has earmarked 70 crores as an annual operation budget, unless there's a broadcast deal of at least 35 crore per season. How are they even going to generate revenue in this model? What you try, forget revenue. Uh, your calculations are somewhat right. They need to generate that money to break even, right? The AFF has a running cost, and at the moment, the way that the AFF's calculations are going, they don't have money to run next season, right? So that would be my concern. Uh, and Yeah, let's wait and see. If India thinks on OCI players, they should also think about Indian women's overseas players also and approach them. Hitesh, 100%, but again, they're not thinking of OCI, no? So the question doesn't arise. I think the Asian Cup would have been a perfect platform to think about women's players, but yeah, we haven't done anything. Saw some Indian Super League highlights, and it's not that fancy or aesthetic in terms of looks, but what more important is quality of league and player development. Improving the football should be priority. Okay. Honestly, I thought the Indian Super League highlights are actually well packaged. Uh, look at I League or other things, right? I mean, I have seen my own where I was expert on the I League, and then compare it to the ISL. The ISL was way better, way better out of own experience. What about ISL viewership outside India? Uchut, at the moment, there's no clarity. I mean, the broadcast is supposed to be produced international. I don't know if anyone has spoken to One Football, or are they going to try to put it on FIFA Plus, or maybe they put it on YouTube? No idea. No idea. We don't even have a broadcast in India yet. So let's be clear on that. We only have a streaming partner, an OTT partner for the Indian Super League, meaning that FanCode is going to stream it on their platform. We don't even know if FanCode is going to charge you 19 rupees or 25 rupees per game. Is there going to be a season pass? And so let's wait and see what happens. So do you know Football TV Jim YouTube channel he played with? Oh, you can check. He's playing very good. I don't know, Smith. Hi, Kumar. Knowing FanCode's closeness to Lions, considering the sudden awakening of Geo to come in with a strong 5 crore streaming, it does that mean the Indian Super League will be streamed on FanCode? Um, no. Footy Tribe, don't mix up FSDL, Reliance, Geo. FSDL is part of Reliance Sports. That is sports management, sports marketing. The other side is the media part. That Geo came in with a late bid. I find that interesting. because to some extent it doesn't make sense to me, but out of the blue to put in a bid. But interesting is that they declined Geo, whose bid amount was bigger. Um, you know, and so yeah, that's what I would say. With this per match production cost, do you think it will be a 6 camera thing? It just might be 4 grams like the 90s, something in 4 matches. Ocho is clearly defined in the document that it has to be a 10 camera shoot. And the costings of 10 cameras today is cheaper than it was. Sorry. Is cheaper than it would have been. Um, yeah, it would have been in the 90s. So therefore, there's a lot of things possible with um, with much better HD cameras and other things. And let's wait and see what happens. But 10 cameras is supposedly proposed. They can cut it down to 8 even. But it would be, even with an 8 camera shoot, I think it would be better than what we used to have in the past. So that's what I'm saying, that our fears, my fears that I've had over the last, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, that, the way that things could go, I would think today is a very, very good day to get in fan code, to get in KPS Studio. Um, that and then hopefully they would uh, uh, you know so that's the thing. Another, where are all this 500 crore match a broadcast deal, Kumar? It was never there. No league commissioner yet, with 2 weeks to go for the start. How difficult will the job of the person who comes in as the league commissioner? Would you try hard anyway, right? Because to me, the question is, whoever would come in, um, that he has limited time, and that is going to be something that one needs to figure out, is how you're going to work around all of these things. You know and so therefore, for me, it's a challenge, whoever becomes the league commissioner, and it seems like certain names have been turned down. So let's see who takes on the role. It will be very, very interesting to see in the coming days. Dada, what do we make out of the broadcast deal? Shivam, as I just said, it's a good day. It's a very good day for Indian football, because I think with fan code, you'll see some new ideas, a new approach coming into it, and yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Dada, I was also surprised to see fan code on board, but will they stay for long term? That's the big question. Renal, again, it's a start, and to me, um, it's a start because if we look at things. It was looking like DD Sports and maybe Waves as an OTT platform, right? And now we have fan code. That's a start, and let's hope, to me, that we now get a broadcaster as well. We'll see, you know. Uh, um, so therefore, for me, it's um, sorry. Yeah. So again, anything, everything we're talking at this moment in time is only about at this moment in time. We're not talking about next week, next year, 5 years, 10 years. Guys, we're talking about this. So let's see. Bangladesh 2-0 India, but India controlled the field but didn't score. The Indian coach Conti unhappy and frustrated a player in the field. Ashraf, again, do remember that India is playing an under 17 team and for them experience. And yeah, so therefore, we'll have to wait and see. Bangladesh has always been a toughest opponent. So therefore, yeah, for her, lot of learnings. No, I didn't. Sir, do you have WhatsApp number of some ISL players? Yes, mate, I do have. So in all this chaos around Bangladesh women's win against India, that remains consistent, unfortunately. Yeah, Ochut, that is consistent, but it was under 19. Fancode's bid amount was bigger as per KL now under the package for which they got award rights. Fancode bid 8.5 crore while Geo put in a 5 crore bid. No footy tribe. They put in an 8.5 crore bid in a combined bid for production, broadcast and streaming rights. So that 8.5 bid was actually, in the end, it is actually lower. It's 1 point something. If you break it down, if you break those numbers down, 1 second, I have it somewhere here. Um, So the valuation supposedly last season was 275 crores for 163 matches, which valued it what 1.68 crores per match. If we take the 8.62 crore valuation of 91 matches, it means that is 9.5 lakhs per match. But that doesn't add up because it's not 8.62 because Fancourt said production 7 crores, 10 lakhs for linear and 1.52 crore for digital streaming, meaning you have to actually calculate the 1.52, right? Uh, so therefore, that's the reality. As far as on Kirna video, fan code bid was highest. They bid for multiple bands and one in streaming TV. Yeah, but again, Anish, it's not production, no? That needs to be minus. Tata, do you get surprised seeing Geo for digital rights? Not really. Someone had hinted to me that that could be that there could be a bid coming. Hi Akash, yes, fan code. If fan code gets some more TV channels, be good deal. They have one channel on Tata Play. Augusto, I don't see them getting a channel. They will get a TV partner. They will try and get a TV partner now. That's going to be the interesting part for fan code. For fan code, I think it's a good challenge, so that they will now have to figure out and find a TV broadcasting partner for the same. But now, do you think a 5-year term contract broadcasting money will run 40 crore, 50 crore? That is my estimate. Kumar, there is no estimate. I'm telling you all again and again, don't think about next year. Don't think about 5 years. Don't think about 10 years, 20 years. We're only now looking till end of May. If this product is working even to some extent, then maybe someone will put in money. Otherwise, this is the next 3 months or the next 3.5 months will decide where this product will go. You know, right? Dada, RFYC is starting new grassroots projects. Good if they are. If you were the league commissioner, what would you have been your single biggest goal to achieve the season leading the league? Footy tribe, that the league happens. There are too many stumbling blocks. We have still issues with the grounds. We have issues with upcoming elections which are not fixed in the calendar. And of course, to ensure a certain level of broadcast quality. So it's not one thing, it's all ensuring that everyone is on board and everyone pushes the product in the right direction. That would be the biggest challenge of the Indian Super League this year. We need them in the system, even as grassroots partner. I don't think anyone apart from them have the financial management way to run grassroots program. Yeah, Brennan, true. Fancode is capturing whole India football space in India, including European football and Indian domestic football. Akash, they have La Liga, if I know, and now they've got the ISL. I don't know how they're going to capture the whole Indian football space. Then, they would have the Premier League stays with Geo Hotstar and with Star. That's not happening. Bangladesh called up 6 origin player for SAF Men's U20 Championship Maldives. India was Bangladesh match. That would be very competitive. Great to see if I'm waiting for that match. Well, let's see, Ashraf. How do you rate Senegal chances this year's Football World Cup? Ritesh, knockouts maybe, but more, I don't think so. So Mama inaugurating Inter Championship for U10 under 10 RFYC project. It's good that Reliance haven't pulled the plug. No, Renal, that is something different. That is Reliance Foundation. I've been telling you guys, Reliance Foundation is different than FSDL or Reliance as Rise, as sports, and marketing, whatever. This is a CSR program that exists. That's why RFDL is running. RFDL has nothing to do with FSDL in that way. Can you tell me name, please, in which club, which player did you have WhatsApp number? No, Smith, I won't do that. Hey, Blue, how are you seeing the broadcast? Good, Blue, very good. I'm seeing the broadcast deal as very good because it makes you know it makes it a new player coming in. So for them, in my opinion, um, you know, for me the for me the understanding is that this makes sense in the sense of um, so therefore for me, let's see what it is. So at the end, how much I would be earning out of it? Anish, if they're earning, I don't think the AIFF is earning anything out of it. I think it's for the clubs to reduce cost, right? But in package B, they bid 8.5 crore for digital and 10 lakhs for TV. So that's how fan code quoted 8.62 as per K now. If I get it, again, I'm a little confused, but I think we can get a clarification for that. The 8.6 crore, if I understand it right, is production, right? Is production, TV and digital. But they're not doing digital. So doesn't the production fall out of that? Maybe I'm calculating something wrong in my head, but my logic would be exactly. It was coming to 8.6. So they were putting 1.52 is fan code themselves as a streaming partner, and 10 lakhs is for TV, and then the 7 crores is for production. So does FanCode put money into the production? That would be then my question, right? That is, I think that's a, let's see. Uh, I don't have a clarity on that. That I would have to check with someone and find out when we can, right? People often equate success in football, youth development, sports science, strong grassroots, they achieve success. But in case of Qatar, China opposite Nigeria barely has nothing top team. Yeah, Murali, Pancode, how do you see the quality of production, what ESPN does compared to other teams? Murali, I don't need to compare it with ESPN. Those were different days. Those were different. That was a totally different era of style. That was very American in the way they used to do it. Fancode to me has a good quality. It's great to, again, it's a new partner. They will try new things, and therefore let's wait and see what happens. Do you see the U70 women match? The passing was just horrible. What was that player quality just spoke around? Pranjal, I didn't see the match, so therefore I can't judge. And again, to me, very simple. If the ground is not good, whatever the surface you're given to play, you have to adjust, right? And that is also a challenge, I guess, for an Indian football team to go out there and play better football on terrible ground. So therefore, for me, that's a challenge for those girls, right? For those girls, it's a challenge to try and showcase themselves. Hey, can you play on these grounds? I think this ICC commentary by Chambutia Smith, I don't know who's going to be in there. Apparently, they made multiple bids. Yeah, there were multiple bids. Who will do the production? A production will be done by a Kolkata-based company called KPS Studios, because KPS is yeah, a 10-year-old company which has done production for many years. Amongst others, the Durand Cup is something that they've done, and they've got a equipment renting part as well. So let's see. Dada, so FSDL and RFYC plus RFDL doesn't have any links to each other like the grassroots all RCS activities of Reliance, right? Daniel, they have contacts because the foundation and the football part actually were sitting in the same office, but it is not the same thing. So get that right. That CSR comes totally out of a different budget. FSDL's aim was actually to make money, but they were losing money. And Reliance Foundation is spending money, you know? Hello, sir. I didn't understand how KPS can produce 91 matches in 5.2 2 crore if AIFF club add more money for quality production. Please explain the finance of production. Tushar, they are bidding for rights to do it. They have bid less, and again, the AIFF has decided that this is the bid that I will go with. Sportsworks, who are currently, for example, doing the SAF Under 19 Championship in Nepal, Delhi-based company. They have been turned down because the cost per se is too high. So therefore, that is something that is there. So therefore, we'll have to, again. I don't know what quality we will get. To be very very honest with you, I have no clue what quality we will get. I hope it's going to be good, but I don't know where we're heading. India, you 71 going to practice at Tajis and Bhutan is I see Instagram the homestay very bad. I got emotional this keep and down. Okay, I don't know what Instagram you saw. I meant fan code did multiple bid of similar amount for multiple packages. No, how can you bid the same for different packages? Anish, you will support your packages in different ways. Na? You had the package A, B, C, D, and E. Package A was production plus TV plus digital, right? That is everything from one. Package B was TV plus digital. Package C was TV only. Package D was digital only. And package E was the world feed production. So that's what has been decided. And yeah, and then again, I don't know if 8.62, if that is, I'm not sure. I'm a little confused on that. I'll have to figure out because if they've also bid for A, did they do it or didn't they do it? That is something that one needs to figure out. Right. 42 minutes of this live on this Monday evening. If you've not, please like, share, and subscribe Arun Foot here on YouTube. 11 likes so far. Thank you very much. But I think we can do better, guys. And if you can think about others who want to join our conversation, do share this video. We stand at 3,733 subscriptions. Thank you very, very much. And yeah, let's keep on growing the community and watch the short videos that I make. As I said, I did something yesterday on the Chennai FC announcement on their incoming transfers, which I found very interesting. And of course, I did something on Saturday. I had a long conversation with Abhik Chatterjee, CEO of the Kerala Blasters. I think that's a good one. Yeah, and other videos over the last few days. So therefore, thank you very, very much for that. Their homestay was poor. Again, Smith, I don't know what you saw. So why AIFF and clubs allocated money for production transmission? Because Tushar, at that stage, when the conversations were going on, it is to me that you had to think no one is going to come forward and produce something. So you have to take care of the costs. So what the AIFF and what the clubs were doing, they were covering their back. Right? So that is what happened. Sorry, I meant hypothetical. I can bid for A for 10 crores for everything, 8 crores for B, only digital TV. This is possible, right? Yeah, Anish. You can break it down theoretically of saying, listen, I will produce your thingy for X, I will broadcast it for Y on TV, and I will stream it for Z. And then you can do so A, the package A would have been production cost, TV broadcast, streaming. Package B would be TV streaming. Package C is television. Package D is streaming. And package E is producing the world feed. So therefore, those were the 5 different packages on offer. Package B has been accepted from FanCode in the sense saying you're going to broadcast television and digital, meaning television will be sub-licensed to someone, while package E, which is the production of the world feed, KPS Studios will produce the Indian Super League. So therefore, that is where we stand. But the other fan code is not available outside of India. I just checked the La Liga matches showing not available in your location. Akash, they have only La Liga rights for India. So fan code is an Indian streaming platform. How can you have streaming of La Liga if I'm right in the UK, where in the UK someone else holds the rights? You don't, right? So therefore, the rights that we have, uh, um, the ISL rights. This what we're talking about television and about OTT streaming and linear television is only about India. We're not talking about the globe. The global part was on one football. You and I are spoiled because in the last 3 4 years it was on one football. We didn't have to bother. We were getting free accessible ISL matches. So therefore for me is we will have to figure out at the moment. I again, all these are all questions. Again, Uchut asked the question, you're asking the question, I also have the same question. We don't know. We are spoiled. Those of us who are living abroad, who've been watching the Indian Super League, have been getting free to watch Indian Super League via one football. So therefore for me is, let's wait and see what happens. I don't have an answer, so therefore there is no answer to that. Living outside, how will you watch in fan code? I cannot watch it on fan code, Smith. The fan code thingy is for India. Understand? This is only for the Indian market. It is not international. Nado, how much? Yes, yes. What will happen to FSL now after fan code got digital rights? Avi, FSDL has nothing to do with the digital rights. It's a sports management arm of Reliance to manage the football commercial properties. FSDL has been out of business for the last 6 7 months per se, right? They will either the people have left or people have been moved on to other divisions within the company. So therefore, that's the reality which is there. One football is really good to us. Now, did Fancode get the deal for only India? What? India, Akash, India. Why? Again, if you see the packages, there is only at the moment everything is sold for India. And if you can place it internationally, again, normally, yes, actually a very good point. There should have been a package F saying who are you going to give it internationally. They don't have, so therefore that's the thing. And to me, we'll have to wait and see what happens. We will have to see what happens. And at the moment, as I speak to you, there is no clarity on these things now. So we will have to wait. What happens again? All of us who are living abroad, we have been spoiled over the last years due to one football. So my hope and wish is that there is some sort of deal between Fancode and One Football, that they share their local to global rights with them. Again, as far as I know, it was a free deal over the last few years. Now, if they're going to want some money for it, they're not going to get it. So therefore, for me, that will be interesting to see. Uh, you know, uh, so therefore, that's the thing. Yeah. Dadu means grandfather. Well, acha, Dadu bola. Acha, theek hai, whatever. Akash. So when you come to, whenever I need to due to work, instead of supporting Fancor by paying passes, people here are crying, already begging for free links. Everyone wants free, and then they complain no one wants to invest in football. RSC game, you are so spot on, right? It is such a big problem, in my opinion, that it's shameful, right? On one side, we say, oh, no one wants to invest in football. Oh, no one is doing this, no one's doing that. When someone is going forward, and this is the problem that I've always highlighted with Indian football fans. You want your club, you want the AIFF, you want your broadcaster, your streaming platform, whatever, all to be delivered to you. What are you investing into Indian football? Sporting fans around the world spend money, you know, and therefore that's the problem, right? And this is the problem, that people want things for free. If you are a football fan and it is announced Fancode is doing the streaming, spend the money. Whatever it is, spend the money. One packet chicken biryani costs 150 rupees in Bengal, and people are crying out 200 rupees for fan code. They stop complaining about Indian football. Listen, Akash, that's an example. Or I don't know how much people, if they go to a cinema hall, how much they pay these days. Or people are going to concerts and stuff, right? People want free tickets. It again, we're talking about a general problem that there is in India in regard to supporting our football, which where there is a need of money to be spent, right? And who's going to spend that money for Indian football to survive? Because if you and I and we are not investing money into Indian football, by spending a little bit of money here and there, nobody will do that, and that is the problem, right? That's the problem that I see now, and I hope it changes. Again, as always, wishful thinking, I guess. Um, so therefore, therefore, there's a challenge. There's a huge challenge, and it will be interesting to see if people are willing to, if football fans understand that it depends on you to spend a little money here and there for football to be able to grow in India. You know, and so therefore, yeah, again, we need all of us to support fan code, and hopefully, as I say, yeah. Uh, a fan code is there, that something happens, because otherwise there is no next season. Is about chicken biryani only 30? Okay. Now that it's first time since 2014 AIFF clubs had a decent talk about Indian footy. No. Daniel, they've never had a conversation. The ISL clubs have never talked to the AIFF because there was no requirement, because you were talking to a Reliance. First, you were talking to IMG Reliance, and then you were talking to FSDL. That is the body that goes under them. Now, with FSDL gone, only after that, the club started talking to the AFF. Should there have been a conversation, communication, this and that, everything? Most probably yes. Did it happen? No. So therefore, and let's see. Supporters need to understand that if they don't spend little money on Indian football, then it will always be like this. Otherwise, next time no one will bid. Yeah, very right. Right. This is the fan code experiment is a short-term 3-month experiment for them. If they realize even the little money they're spending, they will not even recoup because there's a cost to this production, right? If you're looking at, oh, they're spending this money, no, there is an extra production back end cost to them. So therefore, let's wait and see. I started in Bengali club, East Bengal history responded to care now for interested with take dig on FSL, FSL stop other to bid for ASL. We will live in delusion that, hey, our Argentina club, okay. I think if people they want to see India playing top level, but doesn't want so the groundwork. Our fans are also one of the main problems why we are in this mess. Yeah, Daniel, as hard as it months, um, you know, um, you know, um, this is the problem. And um, with this whole Jugaad business and everything that is there, uh, uh, you know, um, it is very interesting. You know, so we'll have to wait and see. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. 3 months, 600. Smith, if it is 300, 600 for 3 months, it means 200 rupees per month. Are you not willing to invest 200 rupees per month for Indian football? Good. So that's the problem. They want it easy, yeah. TV pe karega, broadcast, and con karega. No, Aryan, the talks will happen now. You know, um, again, the options are Sony, on paper, theoretically Star, even Eurosport, Z, and DD Sports theoretically as well. And let's wait and see. Let's wait and see which one comes forward. Interesting is that Z didn't bid, right? On Friday, we were talking in a big way about Z Sports. Interesting that Z Sports in the end did not place any bid. FSL make ISL a world class and broadcast see world match such great quality. Yeah, that is true. Don't worry, they will give season pass around 200, 250 rupees. Akash, again, and that is not enough. If you're going to get 91 matches theoretically, and you're saying you want to do it for 200 rupees, that means you're paying 2 rupees something for it, right? कोई नहीं करेगा. And Smith, that's the problem. There's a mentality problem. Yes, sir. It's been going on. Everyone lives in delusion. I just heard about the news. How long is the contract? Just for this season. just for this season. Guys, we're not talking about next year, 10 years, whatever. Everything we should talk about is focused on now, on this season, on the 2025-2026 season. We're talking only till end of May. Any questions about what is happening next season, how much this, that, forget everything. Now it's about we are living the now, here and now and right now. If I'm not wrong, KPS did production for Durham Cup CFL, even recent BSL 2. Yeah, they did, Akash. Immediately after the best in India, they literally gone from a weaker section to become Harbour and Fall. Yes, Renner. So will it be two productions? No, Akash, they're KPS doing productions for Fancourt. Crying over 200 is the most blatant proof of the Indian football fans. Yeah. Sadly, yes. It is a sad reality that the Indian football fan, you know, and does not want to spend the money. And it is like when people, oh, you know what? I want free tickets. I want free watching. I want free jersey. I want free this. I want free everything. Hey, if you want everything free, then the quality will be free, right? Did JioStar bid for digital like streaming in JioStar? Yes, they did bid in the end. Those are feeling emotions that can't watch live stream in ISL because fan code broadcast not in Germany. Listen, Smith, I don't have a feeling because there will be something that will happen. So therefore I don't bother about it. One app called where I watch every final match free. There was cricket, football, hockey. See, and Aryan, that's the problem. You're not willing to pay for it, na? You are harming the game of football or any other sport if you're not paying whatever they're wanting. This free culture needs to end. If we don't stop this free culture, it is not going to take us forward. No matter what we say, people will cry river for more than 400, 500 rupees. Yeah, Akash, that's the problem. Yes, sir, you're saying right, Fancom experimenting. Maybe if it get good, they will bid for 20 years. I don't listen. You again a bid for 20 years again. Don't think about the future. We need to think about now, guys. Personally, if it's the right valuation, I know you want a higher quality and broadcasting money, but if paid viewership isn't there, some day this bubble had to burst. Utsav, I know what the value is. I did not want my valuation is zero. So if someone is willing to pay you 5 rupees for the valuation of this, I take it. So that's the problem now. At the moment, we are in this reality. Trying for 29 rupees. Oh my God. So some company will produce CFL and I said such a great achievement. Ever was the problem. Yes, Blue. How can asset clubs survive now? Are we question of survival is anyway out of the question. If asset clubs want to survive, you would need to generate about 400, 500 crores, right? Dada, am I right to think that now the ball is on clubs, federation court now to earn revenue, they have to do hard work and bring money? Yeah, it is. But who's going to give you that money? Right? At the moment, today is a good day, in my opinion, because you are able to sell your broadcasting rights to someone who's giving you something of a money. Remember, television rights have been sold for 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakhs for 91 matches. So gives you a reality check, right? Um, so yeah. No, sir, but on serious no, just for once. Yes, it is Utsav. It's one season. We're talking everything one season. Odisha FC update. Aryan, there is nothing. As far as I know, Odisha FC most probably will assemble at some stage next week, 3-4 days before the league starts, and then they'll try to jumble up a team together. Entire payment should be on same TV channel and same OTT. No, it doesn't, Akash. Nowhere in the world. Nowadays, you have a lot of stuff which is spread out on different platforms, television, broadcast, streaming, whatever. No. Take on senior women today, 1-0 win over Rope Club. Aren't good. Hatta base say it's a friendly, as I say. I don't jump up and down that they drew the other day in Spartak Moscow. Today they beat Hertha BSC. That's a good result. But again, your tasks are coming next month in a little over a month. You're playing Vietnam, Japan, and Chinese Taipei. So let's see. Which revenue will be shared with the clubs for this season by AIFF? Ramendra, what revenue? What revenue? Where's the revenue coming from? Yes, free culture is make company unprofitable. Most of the games get free in India. That's why most game company do not expand in Indian get free PC games. Mhm. Now the total revenue of clubs should be max 5 crore if they don't want to bankrupt themselves. Where is your 5 crore revenue coming from? I love that you guys throw out numbers left, right, and center. Say, oh, this is this, this is this, this is this. Where are your revenue numbers coming from? Where do we have revenues? Would be my question to you, Utsav. Where do you see sorry, expense? 5 crores. 5 crores. You're not even going to run a thing for a day, right? Revenues, expense, none of it is working. In 5 crores, you don't have a team. Just for the ISL, I League learned and did research on new things like production, broadcasting, TV, rights, revenue, etc. Nice. What do you expect from U17 women's team? They give neck to neck to under 19 opponents. Aryan, we're playing South Asia and we're going to play Asia. I'm expecting nothing. None of the teams I'm expecting anything. I hope that they do better, that they gain the experience, that they um, compete. Let's see who they're drawn. I think that's another challenge to see who will be in the respective groups of the under 17s or even under 20s, and then we'll have to see what happens in the AFC under 17 Women's Asian Cup. Right? More than an hour and now 2 minutes, meaning 62 minutes of this live. A quick reminder: like, share, and do subscribe. 13 likes so far. Thank you very much. But I think we can do much, much better. And share with other people to join in our conversations. And if you haven't, and 3,735 is now the number of subscribers. Thank you very much. And watch the short videos that I try and do. Yesterday, did something on Chennai FC. Did a video, did an interview on Saturday with Abhi Chatterjee of the Kerala Blasters. Quite insightful, I thought. We speak for nearly 27 minutes, and therefore, thanks as always for that. What is the probable sum do clubs get per season from this broadcasting revenue? Revenue? It's covering cost. There is no revenue. What revenue? Utsav, you should look at it at cost reduction at the moment. The AIFF and the ISA clubs were looking at that they would have to put 9 crores into a pool for production because no one's going to come forward. That was the worst case scenario. They're saving money now, but they're not getting revenue from this broadcast. The broadcast revenue, they're producing matches at a cost, I think, was 15,000 a match, right? So it is about reducing your minus, not about production. SSA didn't bid with Kalyan's Pavs. Blue, they didn't. Again, if I look at who's bid in the end, again, Geo, big surprise. I knew from Friday evening that EBP was coming in to either produce the feed or to showcase it digitally. As I said, Geo came as a surprise. Two Circles, I'm surprised that um, they've been disqualified. I'm interested to actually need to find out why PR Solution weren't considered to be worthy enough a part of it. Sportsworks, I knew that they would potentially put in a bid to produce. Fancode was known. KPA Studio, yeah, and that's the combo that we will stand in. And therefore, again, as I say, Z came as a surprise. I thought from what we've been hearing that they could be putting something in. So therefore, those are the realities of this process. And as you say, SSCN, but SSCN were out, I think, because there were the criteria which were set by the AIFF independently of Kalyan Chaube. SSCN wouldn't have qualified. It's an important day. Can you stay live a little long? It's already 1 hour, 5 minutes that I'm live, and I try and do as much as I can. And so yes, you should try commentary. So I've done commentary, Aryan, many, many times for many, many years. By the way, your talk with Abhik was good, but he was just saying vague corporate stuffs and just avoiding clear answers, my personal opinion. Akash, what do you expect? What again, I thought, you know, um, in his situation, on certain things, and he said it clearly, right? With fans, sometimes I cannot say what I need to say because you cannot disclose certain things because that's company internals. It's in internal information of the company. What a fan does not want to understand, you want to be informed about everything. Okay, in theory, sounds nice, sounds good. But as a club, as an institution, you are in a situation that you have to safeguard certain information because it is yours, right? So that's the reality. When you say we decide, I think 12th of February, I think is the draw. When we are going to Europe for Cup, no idea, Aryan. Per match budget last season, 1 crore. This season, 9 lakhs, in your opinion? No, man, it's not even 9 lakhs. It will be less, right? Looking at the costings, it will not be 9 lakhs. And it was not 1 crore last season per match. It was about 50 lakhs, I would think. So therefore, I don't know. Again, a lot of people are throwing out numbers which are really unrealistic. So therefore, will be interesting to see what the production is. But again, at least you have now an OTT platform to broadcast the league. And it is now the task of the OTT platform to find a broadcaster to say, you know what, I'm showing the ISL. Sony looks to me the most likely platform to do it, but it will be very interesting to see how it will work or not work. So therefore, there's some questions to be answered. Uh, you know, so yeah, that's something that is the reality of in regard to costing. So therefore, yes, the costings of the league, the matches, and Pink Chopra from Mohan Subajan asked why they ran away from AFC. ACL too. Akash, he will not come. Yeah. So will it be better than I-League? No, man, I don't know. To be honest answer, at the moment today, the decision has been made. You have 12 days to put a broadcast together. That's a half tough timeline. Um, but in the combination that has the rights now with KPS Studio and Fancode, I think it's possible. It should be. It should be. If again, I was skeptical, honest about it, and this is quite a good answer. Now all the other answers need to be cleared. So how's the situation of ticket revenue for clubs? Can they generate few lakhs from it? Utsav, I don't even know how many people will come. How do I know? You're asking theoretical questions which nobody can answer you because you don't know. Are 5 people going to come? Are 50 people going to come? Are 500 going to come? 5,000 or 50,000? Your revenue depends. This is a question you can ask at the end of the season because there are running costs that they need to also cover. Um, so we are in that situation where um, we'll have to wait and see. Yes, sir. According to you, as a club will shut down next year, same situation remain. X9P, I don't know. Again, we don't know what is going to transpire in the next 3-4 months. But this is what I've been telling you. A lot of these factors are floating. You know, so therefore, let this all be sorted out, and then we can talk about what is going to happen. What's going to happen? This is a conversation you can have most probably in mid-April, maybe in late April, or maybe even early May, because the clubs also need to agree to the 20-year plan of the AIFF. Or do we have to share the ticket revenue with state federation? Utsav, no, I don't. Each club has their own system, costings, whatever. I don't know. Are all the venues, are the venue? No. Utsav. Is the schedule public or are only vague details like Mona's opening match? Bablus, at the moment, it's still vague. Um, um, yeah, it is vague because with the broadcaster confirmed, the broadcaster can also tell you, oh, you know what, on this day I can do this, on this day I can do this, or on this day I might not be able to do it. So therefore, these conversations. Mumbai Football Arena was not confirmed. Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Chennai was not confirmed. Kalinga was not confirmed. Then we have the whole topic of elections. I think that matches up to pre India versus Hong Kong, which means before the international break in March, all those, um, all those things will be confirmed. Everything else will come later. So therefore, for me, all the conversations that we're talking about, none of it is real. Call sportsman and say to him to pronounce a German club's name. No, better not to. I think you know which entities may shut their shops. Akash, I don't know. I have a I have a hinge, an idea, a thought, but again, these are thoughts in my head which I will not pronounce publicly. And yeah, that's the reality. Hey Utkarsh, welcome back. At this point of time, we can only thank Fancode. Yeah, Utkarsh, 100%. It's great. Thankful to Fancode that they're there, and then we'll have to wait and see, what happens. And uh, uh, um, this will be very interesting. And that's the challenge that we have. So let's wait and see what happens. Sir, I live in Delhi. Will I be able to go watch a match? Really hoping I could go to a match to boost tomorrow of players. Keshav, yes. You have two options, no? SC Delhi as well as Punjab FC. Both of them look like they will be playing at the Nehru Stadium. So therefore you have um, so therefore, that would be, you know, uh, yeah. So you have options. So you will, in theory, get 13 matches to watch. Was the Geo deal better than the fan code though? I need to figure out the calculations of that 8.62 crores if that works, or if that 7 crore production cost is actually not there. If that 8.62 stands there, then it is more than the 5 crores that have been offered by Geo. Right. My humble appeal to all Indian football fans to watch ISL and fan code no free plagiarism. Yeah, that's good. We have to thank all the people who had Dream 11 to earn millions of dollars. Akash. Shutdowns, Odisha FC most likely. Babalu is, again, it depends on what happens in the next 4 months. By end of May, we will know where this journey of the Indian Super League, can it continue in this current form that has been proposed by the AIFF? At the moment, we are only talking until end of May. Everything that happens from the 1st of June, the clubs will not go into another situation that we've seen now go on now for 6, 7, 8 months. So that is the reality, right? For me, um, we'll have to wait and see, right? Even if you listen to what Abik says to me in the interview, Babaluz, then even the Blasters could be thinking about those things, right? There are all entities, even owners of clubs. So yeah, what to say? No football match in UP, sir. Next year will get chance, sir. X9P, I don't know. Again, it depends on Interkashi. It depends on the league. Yeah, Interkashi wants to have something ASAP, but Interkashi has been wanting since they've been around. And so therefore we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, I can't tell you. Delhi is originally Punjabi dominated area. Punjabi should promote the club among this community. Otherwise, 2K audience in home matches. Akash, promotion, costing, again, it is so easy for you to say that. Ask Punjab to see what they tried, what they did, see the response, which was non existent. That stadium is a waste. Nehru Stadium is too big, but Delhi doesn't have a smaller, appropriate stadium. The Ambedkar Stadium is not in a position to host Indian Super League matches. The Ambedkar, the best thing that the Delhi government could do, and I remember there was a plan a while back, knock it down and rebuild the whole thing. Best thing to happen, make it a proper football stadium. You know what they're building in Shillong, what they're trying to do with the Nehru Stadium in Guwahati. That's your best option. I was hearing Hiren today. He said, "No, now future broadcaster will be based on current valuation." I can't agree with him. Utsav, the current valuation is zero. The question now is, from a zero, what can you create? How can you push it now upwards? Right? Your valuation of the broadcast that Fan Court has paid stands at 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs, just 1 million rupee, 1 million rupee for 91 matches. If you cut it down, you're paying a little over 10,000 per game. So therefore, that's the reality. So therefore, Hiren is right. We are in a flux situation. Let's see what happens. So currently, it's a good opportunity for both Fancourt and ISL in a way. One can extend reach, and the other can prove it's less worthless. Yeah, yeah. The point is, Blue, that we realize also, um, how can we get out of this? That will be the and this is going to be the most interesting thing in the next 3 months. How does Fancourt? How does the Indian Super League promote the product so people actually are going to spend on it? Right? Odisha FC should have said no by paying money. That it why they fear to say no to Sports Minister? Why Indian fears to say no? It's a question. Yeah, yeah. That's. I think Fancourt will break even from this deal. Akash, I don't think so. I would be surprised if they break even from this deal. Then you're overvaluing how much Indian football fans are willing to pay for it. Maybe this is a level. No, not maybe. It is our level. Utsav, I said our level is zero. We have to, the reality is our level is zero. And now that level has to be pushed up. Fancourt, paisa, nebe, no way it's going to be free like Geo Hotstar. Listen, Rahul, you're comparing two things, apple and oranges. Geo Hotstar has a different reach, different approach, different way of, uh, um, and Fancourt needs to generate revenue to be able to run. These are two different models you are comparing. So, your opinion, Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium building, sir, in Assam for FIFA stand construction start, and Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium Sports City will construct in Delhi. Jawaharlal Nehru Sports City in Delhi is a plan, so I don't know. And Nehru Stadium in Guwahati, yeah, looks good. Let's see. We all are learning a lot about productions, TV, broadcasting, tenders, commercial partners, match organization, except football. Yeah, it's Akash. The thing is that the background work that is put into football, which most football fans around the world don't know and understand, you know, and yeah, that's you're learning a lot of things which we in the real football world have to deal with every day. Uh, every week. So therefore, welcome to our world of football. Without no marketing, nobody will watch it. If nobody cares about paying for Lily or Serie A in India, then AIFF can only dream. Yeah. So let's wait and see. Not maybe. This is reality. Exactly. Dada, there's a small football stadium just beside Lucknow cricket stadium. Why don't Kashi use that stadium? Akash, they did use it initially. Was it 2 years back? The ground was so bad, and it was used one day, and then and everyone complained about it, and then they said thank you very much, Tata Bye, and the government said they would do some work on it. I think East Bengal Mohun Bagan last year played on it with their reserve teams, but that ground has not been done. So yeah. I've read that the clubs are requested to pause relegation for some years. Will it happen? RS, it is one of the key things that the clubs have asked for from the AIFF, which the AIFF still has not agreed to be very honest. So that's also a reality, and we'll have to wait and see what the AIFF does. To me, it makes sense to adopt a model which keeps you out, and but we'll have to wait and see what the AIFF decides in doing. Ikana Stadium. Yeah, Ikana Stadium was the name in Lucknow. Yeah. If our national team performs well, with the valuation of Indian domestic football increase? No. Akash, who came forward in 2023 when we were winning tournaments, when all this, even every XYZ person did whatever he or she did to promote Indian football, who came with money to Indian football, you know, and yeah. So therefore, has anyone come forward to support Indian football commercially? Now you could say, oh, Coca-Cola has come forward. No, Coca-Cola has come forward because the Coca-Cola FIFA World Cup trophy to happen in India. That's the only reason why it's happened. So therefore, these are things which are there, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. I say marketing will be main point, which can attract football fans. X9P, I don't know if ISL has marketing, if the clubs have marketing. Everyone is cut. Marketing is a cost you can have, you can spend whenever you have extra money to spend. At the moment, marketing, look at some of the teams, they have websites, they've got this, they've got that, but they're not spending money on it. You know, um, so therefore, uh, is what again, it has to grow somehow. So how's the Ikan Arena? If you're talking about Ika Arena in Ahmedabad, yeah, it's a nice venue, nice stadium. Now I remember Indian National used to play at Ambedkar Stadium was kid back then. Yes, Akash, they used to play the Nehru Cup in 207, 209, as well as the AFC Challenge Cup was played in those days, but the stadium since then has actually not been upgraded. So that's also reality. How was Kerala League able to generate hype? Can Fancode learn something from that? RS, was it really hype? Right? Was it really hype? So that's my question. Because if I look at last year, and if I, again internally, I think in Kerala there was a certain level of interest and hype. I think Kerala Blasters will, uh, with a lot of people coming from the northern parts of Kerala, and if they are able to play in Kozhikode instead of Kochi, I think they will get good crowds. Um, Fan code, I don't think they can learn something because I don't know if the broadcast really went outside of the state. Again, I thought that there was much less that I was being pushed in regard to content than last season. I saw in the last few days a lot of stuff was being pushed by the Bengal Super League, but again, they were trying to do it, but again, it was too late. After that match, East Bengal Mohammed won't think to play in that ground in UP. Anyone who came to watch the match will not watch Indian football. Oops. Tell us more about that match. Akash, it was between the reserve teams. Kalyan Chaubey announced it after meeting Yogi Adityanath, the chief minister. Both the teams came, it was played, and yeah, the less we talk about it, I think the better it's for all sides. I think Kerala Blasters will benefit fan court in having commentary in Malayalam. X9P, again, I think Kerala Blasters will have to hype themselves, right? And they will do that. The stakeholders need to focus on bringing neutrals into Indian football. Utsav, at the moment, you know what? Your problem is for the clubs, for the AIFF and league management, whoever that league commissioner and his team will be, their job is first of all for the league to happen. As I say, as much as it sounds bad, but the marketing of the league is the second, third, fourth, whatever part of your work. Your work is to ensure the league happens, your broadcaster gets in, and you're able to stick to the schedule. That's your first thing, right? Dada, stadium ticket 50 rupees, fan code per match, fee 25 rupees. Fan code didn't make for free, then they might even receive 8K view per match. So what? Why would they make it for free? Again, the point is, and I said this a little earlier, you were most probably not there. The job of an Indian football fan, the duty, the national duty of an Indian football fan is to pay money to watch. If you want it for free, the quality will remain what it is. If you want Fancourt to return in the summer, you need to put money into this. You guys want everything for free, right? So for free and 8K, what 8K? Where? Who will watch? Why will they watch? What happened, sir? His match was worst. His match was more Lucknow opinion. X9P, the ground was terrible. And it was a reserve team match, so nobody bothered. Have to agree among all the supporter bases, Blasters fans are the ones who spend more money than the rest of the others. Look at Kolkata got 50 rupees tickets. Yeah, gosh, listen, they travel from Malappuram, they book a bus, travel down, watch the match, go back, and the Blasters tickets are not 50 rupees. 25 rupees almost paid, and 100 rupees 2 years back for BFC versus Kerala Blasters. Utsav, you're comparing apple with oranges again. Bangalore prices are not the same that you're going to get in Kolkata. I remember 2022 ISL final. Okay. What happened with Usha Singh now with new BJP government? Will they still sponsor? RS, they're not sponsoring, right? So, um, yeah, the views are 1 crore plus. Rahul, those are accumulated, which means that not 1 crore plus people were watching in parallel. Stadium ticket 50 where? In Kolkata, to some extent, I think they're now 99. Huh? Okay. In Kolkata, Ismail Mon fans will ride if the price increases to 100 rupees. Blasters fans are the best in IS. And so it means not even 8K. Listen, the point is that if the fans are not willing to spend money on the Indian Super League, it is very, very difficult for the Indian Super League and Indian football to survive, guys. Right? Fan code has come forward. As I say, it's a good day for Indian football, but it's only a good day for Indian football if someone's going to put money behind fan code and say, guys, it is, And yeah, that's the reality. Is it true that OFC players were not paid? RS, most of the players across the league were not paid. So we will have to see. That has been a problem because the clubs were non-operational for most of the time. No TV broadcast, Sumant. The job now of FanCode is to find a TV broadcast partner and let's see if they're going to find someone or not. Right. So we will have to wait and see what happens on that front. At the moment, there isn't one. And therefore, yeah, we will see what happens. At the moment, is it? Do you know what was the broadcasting deal amount before 2013? RS, zero. There was no broadcasting deal per se, right? Because Reliance was paying the AIFF for the overall commercial deal, 50 crores, and they used to ensure that there was some sort of broadcaster. I think Uniform need to change mentality. You can't get everything for free. Yeah, X9P. I think Odisha FC wants to get relegated and shut their shop. Let's see, Akash, what they do. Problem in Kolkata is the middle class don't support the clubs anymore. They're just filling stadiums, especially in last few years. Blue upper and middle class in Kolkata have lost interest in Indian football. That is the biggest loss for football in Kolkata, football in India. Because of that, I feel there's, and you will see full stadiums, this and that. You will see the rivalry and all that stuff. And there's rivalry on social media. There's a lot of people who, who are mentioning stuff on social media. But for us, a lot of people, when was the last time they actually went to a football game of those clubs? Let Indian football suffer. Sorry to say, when we don't get minimal results, let it be so. Okay, Rahul. Upper class, actually, some do mostly. Yeah, but Blue, but those people will tell you, okay, you know what? I will watch it on TV. I'm not going to the stadium, right? So those are the kind of people that you would want. No, I mean before runs got involved like NFL. RS, no real valuation because the TV rights were part of the commercial rights agreements which were there, right? So therefore, for me, um, Z came around in 2005, paid. Don't ask me the figure. What the figure was? Was it about 20 crores or something for the whole package? Um, yeah. So I wouldn't tell you. I wouldn't be able to what the broadcast value of it was. And separately, the commercial deal was in total. Sir, correct my above comment if I'm wrong. No, no, I mean, Indian football is suffering, right? You know, um, uh, 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 so yeah, let's see. The way FF announced fan code on ISL official page shows how good, well, they can do marketing. I missed the way before 2024 ISL official page announcement. Yeah, but Subodh, again, different worlds. People of Grota Kurgala region got fed up with same old Maidan. It's my own interpretation. I don't know if they got fed up with the old Maidan. You have a lot of options these days, right? These days you've got a lot of options in regard to entertainment and stuff. And football was a key entertainment in regard to the Bengali, I jokingly say. And but that has changed over the last yeah 15, 20 years. And therefore, it is no longer the way it used to be. And therefore, we are where we are today. No? So, therefore, um, it's a challenge. Indian football is a challenge. And therefore, yeah, we'll have to wait and see where it goes. Yes, many on TV and see that many people don't want those street fights, etc. And the club literally tries nothing. Tries nothing, does nothing, right? They're fine, right? And that is also a fact, right? Why would you know the Bhadralok, so to say, the Kolkata gentry, why would he sort of go dressed up to a football game where it's difficult to get in and out? You have to get out on the main road. There's that everything. It is not. It feels. For example, I went for the India matches in Bangalore or to BFC matches to Bangalore. The whole thing feels different, right? And so therefore these are some of the realities, and let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. But yeah, I think if Bollywood ads on TV like in 2014, 17 can't create hype, then nothing will. I have given up. RS, those Bollywood things were nice to do. I was myself part of the Indian Super League in 2014. I managed Mumbai City. I had Ranbir Kapoor as one of my owners. I had Freddie Ljungberg, Nicholas Anelka as my players. It was great marketing in that way. But again, it is about football at the end of the day that people want to come. And the marketing, the general fan with the marketing, you'll get him out once, twice, thrice. You're not going to get him out for the whole season, right? You will not. This attachment doesn't, for whatever reason, I don't know why, this attachment is never stuck. So that's also a thing. IPL is also a reason to, yeah, Blue, don't mention IPL. I would say cricket in general has grown in Kolkata. So will now we will witness stuffs like pre-match shows. So what? The rights were sold today. They will now have to think about under the money they have, what they can do. I have no clue. And they, I think, themselves have no clue what they're going to do. That will be decided in the next week or so. Maidan ecosystem is missing the point that they are stuck in time. They needs to move on from Maidan politics, and people need modern football club, not legacy. Yeah, Agash, but again, it's not only Maidan politics, but it's the Maidan way of life, so to say, right? If you go, as I have told multiple times here, that the Maidan thing is lovely to go watch a football game, enjoy a football game, then go home. ठीक है, हो गया, right? But the problem here is at the end of the day is that what are you getting out of it? What are you gaining? There's nothing. There is nothing at the end of the day, and that is the big problem of the Kolkata Maidan in today's world. And yeah, it needs to change, and that is something of a big challenge, uh, which is missed. The day any new club from Kolkata region decides to build their own stadium, own infrastructure, that will be the game over for Maidan. Akash, I don't know. It's it. I get the point that you're making. The question is if that new club will ever be able to connect. You know. So you know. Good evening, Siddharth. Missed few days of action. Good to see you back. I've been missing your observation, comments, and questions. Do you consider Kabaddi League a success? No. Successful? No. RS. The Kabaddi League has tried to be successful, but they are also cutting down on costs. Star wants to exit the product. So what has happened in the ISL is something. So let's see. Let's see what happens. So final answer is set to go. Still, few clubs facing issues. Is any twist is still there? Siddharth, there are a lot of all clubs are facing issues. Not few. All of them are facing different kinds of issues. Some have a stadium issue. Some have a players issue. Some have a travel accommodation. This issue. We've got elections coming up. Nobody knows what will happen. There are again whoever is going to come in as the league commissioner. He'll have a job on task to try to put this whole puzzle together because there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. If someone can do similar to Mumbai City or BFC, in the upper and middle class can shift, but maybe that is KKR. Blue, interesting comparison. I think what we did at Mumbai City and what Mumbai City has actually done, because it has connected with the middle and upper classes quite well. You will see in the VVIP people who are spending a substantial amount to be there to watch football. They're not there because, again, I don't know how often Ranbir comes 2-3 times a season. So that is one. If you look at Mumbai, if you look at the other cities, also, for example, BFC again in 2013 did a perfect connection with the fans. It has been an on, it has been an off. But in Kolkata, you would have to provide them the facilities, and that Salt Lake Stadium again, that getting in and out of the stadium. And I stay at the hotel at the Hyatt around the corner, and then I actually walk to the stadium, which actually sometimes doesn't feel safe, right? So therefore, all these are small little things. I need to be able to go to a stadium, get off somewhere, walk in, be welcomed. And it is chaos because it is, the people from the IFA, then the police and this security and all that. It is not a In Mumbai, the environment is different. In Bangalore, the environment is different. If you are a VIP or a VVIP, how you are getting into the stadium. You know. Now, after transfer sagas of ISL foreign players into Indonesian leagues, I watched one of the highlights. At least the kind of product we got earlier. It might be harsh, but we don't deserve that. You might think we don't deserve that, but I think it was good. Still, ISL is not seems practical to me. Let's wait till Bandstand Day. Siddharth, yeah, I think United Kolkata says potential and money too. They will play in I League 2 plus 3 this season and IWL 2. Also, Diamond Harbour is almost an ISL. Akash, let's wait and see. Again, we will have to see what these clubs are able to do. And again, having money is nice. Again, I'm positively surprised with Diamond Harbour, to be honest, because I thought they will, create problems for themselves. But let's wait and see. Women team on top when all the things going wrong in football. Kudos to them. Yeah, let's see. Just your prediction, if viewership and revenue remain the same, then how many owners do you see exiting Indian football in the next 5 years? RS, I don't see them exiting in the next 5 years. I see exits in the summer. People are doing this out of goodwill. If you ask me, honest, as an Indian football fan, as someone who loves Indian football, but if it was my money, I would have actually not played this season. I'll be very honest to you. If I was the owner, given the realities, even under political pressure, I would have not played. I would give every club the credit that all the 14 entities are playing the season with all the everyone has different problems, different issues. In the summer, if by the summer the things are not sorted by the AIFF, mass exodus. That even in the thumbnail, the logo of ISL does not consist of All India Football Federation name. Yeah, I've used something where they announced, no. So I have to get the new logo and then I will change all of it, no. But pointing the point that most of the attendees of KKR matches are from neighboring districts, not from Kolkata exactly. Is it, Akash? I don't know. Again, Blue said I don't know because I know that the VIP, the VVIP culture in the KKR part is actually middle and upper class. Chelsea going well under new coach. Thoughts on the same, sir? Siddharth, I've just seen the results. Yeah, looks very good. Looks promising, I guess. And Liam Rossino could be an interesting coach going forward. Yes, it's the police too. Even Eden is chaotic because of the police and how they operate, but definitely better than Salt Lake. Also, Eden is better connected. Also, Salt Lake Stadium is way too big. The Eden is better connected because the perimeter wall of the Eden is not so big. It's if you think Salt Lake Stadium is bad, try Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in Delhi. If you don't have a car pass to enter and go inside of the stadium premises, and you're getting off at the metro station, it's a day journey, guys. I think it's about what 1.5, 2 kilometers sometimes if you get out of the wrong station. So therefore, these are things again in India. Venues are not spectator friendly, you know. So therefore, yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. It's crazy to think the way they're going at the moment. But yeah, these are small little things, and the police in Kolkata is not your friend. Not again. Eden is of course Kolkata police, Bidhannagar police, Salt Lake Stadium, always issues. Inter Kashi going to a surprise package decision. They feel the same, sir. Siddharth, they could be because the first factor to me is Senor Habas as a coach. He is the most successful coach since the ISL has been there. He's won in the ISL. He's now won the I League. Interesting group of foreigners. And then let's see, interesting talent, Indian experience they've also brought in. So let's see what they can do. At least now people will now know the reality and won't believe something like Ranjit Bajaj saying Indian football is worth crazy amount of money. That's a fact. The kind of broadcast and camera quality we used to get will now become a part of history. What can we expect from our current production house, like any equivalents? So both. They've done the Durant Cup, which was decent. See, a 10 camera shoot with the right direct. The question is not the camera. Sorry, the question is, for the money that you're getting, are you getting a good director to do your football, right? And if you get the right director for your football, even with less cameras, he can you know, make you a good production. So that's going to be the question, right? You cannot see anything from the stands at jail in Delhi, but it's close to metro. I forgot the name of the metro last time I went in 2018-19. Akash, I got off at one metro and I had to go to the main, and that was one half walk around the stadium, and then you walk from that gate to the entrance. Quite a walk. Rather, Jamshedpur Stadium is very far from railway station. Only option is auto from stadium. Akash, sorry, I've been in Jamshedpur. I've gone by car, so I've been lucky on that front. So I don't know how far it is. Intakashi building the team in same style BFC done in past, but what about Odisha FC players are they're on the same. Siddharth, I think they will assemble something of the other next week, and they will train for 3-4 days and then start playing. That's, I think, the plan of Odisha FC, to keep the costs as low as possible. What was the production company for Kerala League? Oh, I knew the name. Don't remember it. It's someone local. Sorry. Shifted to Delhi now. Will watch all the games in Delhi of ISL. So Siddharth, you most probably will be able to see a lot of games of SC Delhi and Punjab VC. So congratulations to you for that. Right. Uh, just wondered if Interkash's one sporting kind of stuff was in IPL, what would have been the hype? So what, I don't know if, yeah, they could, no? Because you have KKR and Salman Khan and same Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know. But you have to remember that Interkashi per se at the moment is actually a Bengali run setup. So, and certain people in Interkashi used to work at Mohammedan Sporting. So I don't know if that will be, what you call cultural battles. There are people, yeah, they know each other. So it's in football, these rivalries. It's funny that the fans see rivalries, but be it amongst players or coaches, managements, very often these people know each other. Um, yeah, that's going to be a thing. My concern regarding ISL Delhi matches is pollution. Siddharth, I think it will be a topic in the next 2-3 weeks, and then once it gets hotter, I think in Delhi the topic rather than pollution will be heat. I think it will move as a point once summer sets in, and your haze and fog and all that stuff that you have in Delhi moves out. Even if AIFF does figure out things in the summer, it would be interesting to see for how long Odisha owners would put money now that the new government doesn't support them. RS, I've heard that there are even talks to try and sell the club, and let's wait and see what happens. KKR fans is a bit less comparable to the sense that many goes once, twice, or thrice a season. Also, I saw money saying non-Bengalis are most, etc., but I generally didn't feel that it's close to Howrah. Yeah, it's a difficult comparison. Nice. Finally, most awaited clarity and good broadcast are good for us. So yeah, Chanlata, yes. Mohammedan is dying club in Kolkata. Is it, Akash? I've heard Mohammedan Sporting dying, I don't know how many times in the last 15 years, and some of the other, you know, like the Pharaoh, they've come back. Because when ISL started, it's going to be more hot days in which AQI will be much higher side. Why will the AQI be higher on the hot days? I thought once the blanket, the fog, and all of that goes, the AQI will go down to. It will be bad for, again, for our standards, let's say in European, but it will be better than what you've had in the winter. So other district fans are probably more, but it still surely have more middle and upper class fans. Blue, I think. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to afford the tickets. Their support base is also long dead. Okay, not as a common rival, but as an advertisement product. Intercash also is done politically might only bring back views. So what? I don't know. I think um, it's gonna be. Let's see. DFC players agreed to pay cuts, but this will only benefit if anyone tries to go foreign. Otherwise, nothing. Your opinion? What? Why? Why? No one is going abroad. It's just about the current salary in the Indian Super League. None of these players are going abroad. Who's going abroad? Who's as a candidate? KKR's VP is mostly from Kolkata. Yeah, that's what I've known, right? I mean, I don't even know when I went. I went once many, many years back. Fan code is growing its reputation in Asia by day. In Asia? Siddharth, they're an India only platform, right? Without seeing Mamata would have been dead or only in CFL. Akash, without Mamta, I don't know what the status of East Bengal and Mohun Bagan would be. The last two East Bengal partners, be it Imami or be it Shree Cement, have come via the government and Reliance, and the same applies to Mr. Goenka. Mr. Goenka would have most probably said, I'll go ahead on my own if he wasn't asked. Was the hockey league shut down for similar reasons? Yeah, RS, it's shut down twice. It's in its third avatar. I think three franchisees have shut down. So this is an interesting one, right? Um, for me, um, to me is that in the ISL, at least teams have not shut down. So that's a positive. Kashi versus Mohan Sporting. Means if they cut salary, they will bring more fun. No, 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 no. I don't think that was his point. He wants to go foreign, no, Siddharth. So I think I understood it right. Facts, but at least he's going to have their fans. Akash, what's the value of a fan? Do you think that East Bengal and Mohun Bagan, without the help of the Mamata Banerjee government or without the help of Reliance, would have gotten anyone to come and support them after what East Bengal did with Quest? It doesn't matter if you have one fan or 50,000 fans. In this Indian scenario, it has no value. So if that is the logic, you know, then people would be XYZ. Did ISL ads work earlier? Subodh, in the first 2-3 years, it worked great, right? I mean, remember Diwali where it was, Ye Diwali, Football Wali, and all that kind of stuff. It was great. But the ads, I don't know if marketing, even targeted marketing, will bring out stuff. I am skeptical about that. So let's do a live with Michael Chopra. Some episode should be like classic days of ISL. Yeah, I could speak to Chops. But Kashi played against Mohan Sporting in 2023-24 I-League. Yeah, but Akash, nobody bothered at the time, right? It was the I-League, right? Now it is the Indian Super League. Were things worse during NFL days, like financially and quality of football? Yes, of course. Listen, today we're talking about players being overpaid. For their standards in those days, they were also overpaid. So therefore, this is not a new, I always say to people, this is not a new phenomenon, right? So these are all realities. So therefore, and the quality of football, of course, was worse in those. Football generally has changed over the last 15, 20 years. So therefore, also Indian football has changed in the last 15, 20 years. And then the Kolkata song went super viral. Yeah, at the time they were viral, and East Bengal Mohun fans were filling the stadiums for them. No, number of fans don't matter when they cannot pay for even the jersey. No, they don't want to pay for anything. They don't want to pay for the streaming. They don't want to pay for the ticket. They want to play anything. There is no commercial even. And this is the sad part. East Bengal and Mohun Bagan are such big entities. Should be, as I always said, the forefront of things. Right? They're not. I-League clubs ready to play and pay. Yeah, they have to, right? So that they have to, and that is something where suddenly, they were also getting central pool money and all that kind of stuff. It's a big problem. So therefore, this is where the league is stuck, and let's see where it goes. Right, 1 hour and 49 minutes of this live on this. Yeah, and that's the best song ever in Indian sports history. I don't know. I wouldn't know everything, so I don't know if I can compare. If CM Shogi and OSC would go to watch the match, then only that gimmick will work. Okay, so but I don't know. And with that, slowly coming to an end, once more remind you, like, share, and subscribe to the channel Arun Foot. Thanks as always for your support. Also, those who are watching later, 29 likes. Thank you very much. And we stand at 3,736 people who are following the channel. Watch my short videos. I've put up even 2 short reels of some of big statements from my interview. I'll be doing some more in the coming days. As always, thanks a lot for your support. And I'll be back tomorrow. I think we'll have a little bit more information and clarity in regard to this whole fan code situation. And yeah, thanks as always for your support. Follow me here. Follow me on my other socials as well and interact on those. Thanks a lot and good night, everyone.